Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We are delighted to welcome you to the second installment of our HTML lecture series. Your continued interest and participation are truly inspiring, and we are thrilled to have you back with us as we dive deeper into the world of web development with HTML. So, as we begin with this second series, let's take a moment to reflect on the valuable knowledge we gained during our initial lecture. We explored the fundamentals and the history of HTML, and now we are ready to take our understanding to the next level. Okay, here's what we look forward to in this second lecture series. Okay, to begin with, let me discuss with you about the basic structure of an HTML program. So this is the basic structure of HTML program. Okay. So here we have the structure of HTML program where we start with the angle brackets, HTML and head, and we have closed the head, body tag, and the HTML has been closed here. Actually, the first tag in an HTML document is always this HTML. So this will tell the browser reading the page that the text that follows should be as HTML. Okay. So after the HTML tag, you need to give your page a head and a title tag, and then the text you type after title will be displayed in the title bar of the browser window, and this is the only required element in the head. Okay, so under head what we have is the title tag. Okay, so this will be displayed in the title bar of the browser. So whatever you are going to type inside this title will be displayed inside in the browser title bar. Okay, fine. So this is the tag that we use. This is the only tag that we use in this head. Okay, so we use this angle brackets to start up with the HTML program, and initially all the document in the HTML starts only with HTML, and then inside the head we have title, and this title will be displayed in the title bar of the browser window, and this is the only required element in the head section. So you then what you need is to close these tags. So it has been closed, the title has been closed, and the head section has been closed, and after the head and the title you put the body tag, so you can create the main part of your page. So whatever has to be written, the main part of the main part will be given only inside this body tag. So at the end of your page you must close the body tag. So we have opened the body tag, and the body of the content or the main part of your page will be given here, and then this has been closed using this slash body, and at the end of your page you must also have a closing tag of HTML. Okay, so this is the basic structure of HTML program. So we shall see a simple example how an HTML program is exactly structured. Okay, so this is the layout, this is the structure format that I have given here. So I have written a simple HTML code using a structure. As I told you already, this is the structure that we follow. And here we have the HTML, which starts only with the HTML and the head, and head contains the information about the document. Okay, this is what I was telling you. So head contains only the information about the document, which will not be displayed, actually, which will not be displayed in the within the main page itself. So this contains the opening head and the closing head. So it is visible here. You can see the opening head and the closing head. And next what you have is, and in between this you have the title. So in the title, this will be displayed in the browser title bar. So I have given popular websites Google as my title heading. Okay, and then inside the body tag, I have opened the body tag. This body tag is nothing but which is the element holds the actual content of the page. So I have written the actual content here that will be viewed in a browser. So this also contains the opening tag, that is the opening body tag, and the closing body tag. Okay, so finally I have to close this HTML code. Okay, so this text file has to be saved now. So I am just saving my file, giving save as. So I am saving it in some location, and my file name as sample 1 dot with the extension HTML. So all HTML files has to be saved with the extension as .html. Okay, so save this file as sample.html in your HTML folder, then give save your work. Okay, so my document has been saved. So I'm just going to show you how my document is going to run now. Okay, so this is the sample program. I can just show you. So this is the place where my program has got saved. I've given the name as sample. Okay, so I'm just opening it in my browser using open with. Okay, fine. So you could see here the browser is visible here. Okay, so the output will be here. So this is the output that we have got now. Okay, so this is the thing that I have written here, and this is the output that I have got. This is the screenshot that I have browsed in the web page. Okay, yes, my sample document output. Okay, fine. So this is how we run our HTML page. Okay, now let's dive a little deeper and see the second program or the second HTML code which changes the background color. Okay, so with the same HTML structure, I have given a little change in this program, saying that I have given a title as background. So maybe it can be background color. Okay, so this is a program to change the background color. So I'm giving the title as change the background color, and then I've closed the head, and here if you notice here I have given the style, that is I have given the color that is to be displayed. Fine. Okay, or otherwise this can be given as, this has been given as an attribute, saying that my background color has to be in yellow. Okay, so this can also be given. So since it is a basic class, I can also give this as background color is equal to, okay, under quotes I'm just writing background color is maybe pink. Okay, so I'm giving the background color as pink. Okay, that I have to mention it inside my body tag, and I'm declaring it here as an attribute. So this is what is attribute. If you watch my previous video, you will come to know that what is an attribute. Attribute, the main thing that is necessary to know about the attribute is attribute should have a name and a value. Okay, so this is the name of the attribute, bg color, and pink is the name of an attribute, I mean value that has been given in the attribute. Okay, so this is the name and this is the value. So attributes can be more than one inside a body tag, I mean inside a tag. Okay, so it is not restricted to have only one attribute, whereas you can have multiple attribute inside a tag. Okay, so this gives us a background of pink color. So let me save this program again. So I'm just saving it in my HTML. I'm just saving this in my HTML folder. So I'm creating some folder here as HTML folder. So I'm saving it inside this. So this is my second program as background. Okay, background dot HTML. Okay, I've just saved here. So let me open the folder HTML folder. Okay. So one more thing that I have to tell you here is in my program, I've also used a tag called as P. So this tag is called the paragraph tag, and anything typed inside or anything typed between the opening paragraph and the closing paragraph tags will be displayed as a paragraph. Note here, one more thing is that I have given here as COLOR, color. So this is spelled in the American way. Okay. So again, I'm saving it in my. I'm just clicking Control S, and then I wanted to run my program. I'm just opening it in my browser. Oh, fine. So this is the output that I have given. Is that clear? So I have given my background as pink, and I have also mentioned to have the title as change the background color, and the paragraph that has been given here is my last page was dull, and this one has a background color. So this has been displayed here. You can see here it has been displayed, and my title bar is this, where I have the title bar name as title as change the background color, and then I have the background pink and the text that I have written in the paragraph. Okay, this is an excellent example. So this is how it should look, something like, okay, when I write a program and when I wanted to view it in the browser. So now we have an example for HTML headings. So HTML headings are titles or subtitles that you wanted to display on a web page. Okay. So actually this HTML headings are defined from, as you can see here, from H1 to H6 tags. And this H1 tags defines the most important heading, and H6 defines the least important heading. Okay. So browsers automatically add some spaces before and after a heading, and these headings are very important because search engines use these headings to index the structure and content of your web pages. So like users often skim a page by its headings. It is important to use headings to show a document structure. Normally we use headings because we wanted to structure a document, right? Okay, so this H1 heading should be used for the main headings, and followed by H2 for the less important, and H3 and so on. Okay, so this is how they use headings. Okay, so use HTML headings for headings only, and we never use this for bold or something. So if you want bigger headings, we can also use some other attribute styles, which we'll be seeing later in the later sessions. Okay, so let me check out with this how this exactly works. So I can also change the color here as BG color equal to blue. Last time I have given as pink, and now I'm checking out with blue. Okay, so I'm saving the file again with a different name. So this is all about headings. So I'm giving my file name as heading.html. So I'm saving it inside my HTML folder. So let me view it in my browser. Oh, fine. So with the blue background, my heading tags can be listed here. You can see here text heading 1, which has been given heading 1 has been bigger comparing to the last heading tag H6. Okay, fine. So this is the range that has been given. So that is why I told you. So heading tags should be used for the main headings, followed by H2, and then less important H3, and so on. Okay, so in such a way it has been listed here. So in case if I wanted to give my heading tags specifically, if I wanted to specify, if I mean to a bigger size or something like that, I have to use my attributes. Okay, so this is the basic heading sizes that I have it here. So in case if I wanted to change the sizes which I preferably want, I have to use the attribute. So we can also edit our text, or I mean lines of codes, how to change the font size and how I'm going to work out with that font size. Okay, so in the same program I would like to change and show you how this font size works. Okay, let me show you here. So I can show you both the font size and as well as the font face, how my exact code works. Okay, so I'm just opening my code, and here after finishing my heading tags, I'm just displaying, I mean I'm just typing my font face, and I'm giving here my font face. This is an attribute that I've used, and the size that I've given here is 5. You can also give more than 5, and Times New Roman. This is the text that has to be given with the Times New Roman and size as 5. Okay, so let me check out. I'm just saving it again, and I'm checking out with my browser. I'm refreshing it. You could see here. So this is the font of 5, and the font size of 5, and the font face is Times New Roman. So let me change once again with something else, with something else that is to 15 size. I'm just saving it with Control S, and I'm refreshing my page. Wow, you can see that the Times New Roman and the font size has become bigger in size. So these are used only for the headings, and this is mainly used to make your sizes bigger. That has to be viewed in the browser. Okay. Hope I'm not confusing you. Okay, maybe let me explain to you with another example program. Okay, just look at here. So here I have a program with the same structure, HTML head, under head I have written title, and this is an example for font element where I have used my H2, and I also used an attribute called as align equal to center, where it makes the setting font size in the center of my page. And here this is what I was teaching you in the previous example. My font size I've given as 1, and this text has to be displayed with the font size 1. So I have opened my font, so I have just closed it here, and I have also used one more tag which is called as break tag. And there is another important thing that you have to know is break tag doesn't have an opening or closing tags. Okay, you can either use open or close. You can use it in such a way how I've used here. So I've given different font sizes so that when it is viewed in the browser, it will be more easier for you to understand how exactly it is working on with. Okay, so this is with the font size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again I have set the setting as a relative font size. So I've given here with the size of 4 minus 1, 2, and then here along with the font size, as I told you before, an attribute can have I'm sorry, a tag can have more than one attribute. Okay, so it has to be separated only with the single space. So this is one attribute where I have the attribute name and the attribute value, and this is another attribute. This is the name and this is the value. Okay, so I have used two attributes in a single tag, and the tag name is font. Okay, under font tag I have an attribute 1 and the attribute 2. My attribute 1 is size and its value is 7. My second attribute is face and its value is Times New Roman. Okay, so I have used it for different font phases. Okay, let us check out now how it works. So I'm saving this file again in my HTML folder. So I'm giving it here as heading.html. So I'm just saving it here. Okay, I think heading I have it already. So I'll save it with a different name, maybe font.html. Fine, save. So let me open my browser. Let me check out how it works. Oh, fine. See here. So this is the text that I have given with the font size 1, 2, 3, 4. It increases the sizes, and this is almost 7. And this is text which is displaying with the font size of 4. Okay. And this is the place where I've given my font face, and this is, for example, for the font color. Okay, so this is the best example for displaying the text color, the text font, and the font face. Hope you all understood. So as we conclude the HTML session for today, I want to take a moment to recap what we have covered, and we have provided with some closing thoughts. Okay, we started up by understanding the basics of HTML, the foundation of web development. We explored the HTML elements, tags, attributes, the structure of HTML, okay, how they structure the web content. And then we learned how to create the heading tags and how to set the font size, the relative font size, and then setting the font faces and how to set up a font color. So before we conclude, I want to commend each one of you for your active participation, and thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing your web development skills grow and flourish. Keep coding and building, and may your HTML adventures be both enjoyable and rewarding. Remember that HTML is the foundation of the web. It's a skill that can open doors to countless opportunities in the web development and design. Okay, so let's see in our next session. Thank you.